So, you're looking to bring on a new business intelligence tool, are you? I know this because you're watching right now, and the title of this video is 4 Things to Look For in a Business Intelligence Tool. Elementary, my dear viewer, elementary. Let's get into it. What do you call a detective in the real estate business? Sherlock Holmes. Okay, let's actually get into it. Why are Sherlock Holmes's taxes so low? Because he's the master of deduction. Okay, I'm done. 4 things to look for in a business intelligence tool. Oh, and I'm Jeff, and this is Off the Charts with Jeff. Number 1, completeness and cost. I hate that I have to mention this, but you must watch out for the old bait and switch when it comes to working with certain business intelligence vendors. Quite a few big names offer a light version and a professional version or something similar with the name. And if you go to their website, they'll advertise a very low price, which will lead people to think that BI is something that can be taken on very cheaply, like a Netflix subscription. The problem is that these prices are not near realistic for enterprise use. And if you're evaluating an enterprise version of the software, you also need to watch out for the hidden costs that can add up sharply. Do you need a lot of users? Some vendors charge thousands of dollars per user and can potentially put you in the position of having to limit your scope or rollout to save as cost. Maybe you want to make sure that there's an unlimited or a concurrent model, which can allow you to spread the net wider to more people and significantly keep your costs down at the same time. The last thing you want to do is only allow a handful of users in because you've had to limit your access based on budget constraints. Now, others will offer certain functionality that you might not use initially, but will ultimately and inevitably be required for your business intelligence deployment, like API support or the limit on the number of data refreshes that you can do on a single day. I can't stress this enough. The importance of having your requirements upfront before looking at pricing. Make sure you're asking the right questions and getting quotes based on your actual long-term needs, not just what you think you need today. Don't take pricing that's listed on a website at face value. Number 2, every business intelligence vendor you talk to will make some claim about flexibility. The problem is that this is such a meaningless term when everybody makes this statement. How will you differentiate the truly flexible products from those simply making claims? Flexibility is something that you 100% need to make sure is there. Your requirements today might seem simple, but trust me, I've been doing this for the last decade and a half. These projects grow and mature very quickly, and you need a product where you simply aren't going to be hitting a wall in a few months. Now, to evaluate for flexibility, there's really only one thing you can do, and that is to get into the details. How about a checklist that can help you test for flexibility? Here are some questions that I'd be asking to really test and gauge the flexibility of different areas of a BI application. Now, are there enough visual properties to match any desired branding, look, and feel? Is there an extensive library of data visualization controls? Can I make custom components or composite visualization controls? Do you support complex small multiple visualizations? How do you support in-memory for hyperfast data or data warehousing? Can I choose to do real-time? Am I forced to warehouse all my data? What about long-form reporting? Can that be included as well and not just dashboards? Can the BI application be hosted anywhere? I might be on-premise today, but maybe the cloud is something I need in a couple of months to a year. Can we embed self-service capabilities into our employee portal or application? Can you embed content in general? Do you support single sign-on or federated authentication? Can I schedule the delivery or automation of reports and dashboards? If you do automation, can I do report bursting to automatically send users their own data rather than everybody getting a generic report? What about row-level security so that everybody sees their own information when they open a dashboard? How easy is that? And you might even want to go one step further. Can users build visualizations using something like natural language querying? I could go on, But these are the sorts of questions that you need to be digging into to make sure that you're choosing a tool that will grow and be able to support you in the future. Evaluations based solely on these dashboards look cool, I've seen it a lot, could really back you into a corner in the long run. Number 3, if you follow any of my other content, you'll quickly find that I'm firmly in the camp that data problems are the bane of reporting projects. The difference between good data and the trash can that is probably your database, fun video of that, by the way, this difference could add months or even years to your project while you're trying to fix everything. I've talked to companies over the years who have decided to delay their BI initiative because of these issues. This, of course, gets to our third point, which is the need for business intelligence tools to be able to handle data problems. They can act as a stopgap to allow you to start building dashboards and reports today, even though your data might be a mess, rather than waiting. You also want to look for features like the ability to cross-join various data sources. People have data in different databases, and it can be a lot of work externally to bring all those together. It's really handy if the BI tool can do that. Some others that I'd look for is the ability to do data transformations and cleanup. You may have the data, but is it in a format that's ready to go for the data visualization? Can you do data warehousing or in-memory, or even incremental updates? Data is a massive subject in general, and you do want to ensure that you have this tool set if you're going to be purchasing a data visualization product to be able to handle any data problem that the world is going to throw at you. Now, you might also be thinking, our data is pretty good, I don't care about this. But please think again. A good data layer can also be used to augment what you already have. It isn't just a foot in the door to allow you to start building content when data is a problem, but it can also come in and add structure by baking in things like drill down paths or user level security, calculations, or even more advanced concepts like sentiment analysis or predictive analytics. There's a lot of value here. Number 4, finally, something that I don't think a lot of people put nearly enough weight on during their evaluation is the amount of support available to you. Most BI providers give you a forum to go solve your own problems and what they call breaking support only. Basically meaning they'll help you if you find a bug and you're completely stuck and it's a product problem. This is, of course, a bit of a trap that a lot of people find themselves in when going with a mega vendor. They're big, they do a lot of marketing, they're well known, but if you actually need help, you're just a number to them, especially if you're a smaller business. Are they going to support you? And are they going to partner with you in the long term? You need to find a company who's willing to invest in you as you invest in them. Forums are a great start, but what about free unlimited phone and email support? What about direct access to the development team when things get complex? Are there customer success initiatives like a customer service channel? What about a robust knowledge base with full samples and articles that you can use? Are there different types of training available, self-paced or in classroom? And finally, is there a services team available who can help you, maybe just to jumpstart your project or to actually do a full implementation for you? And honestly, the most important criteria out of all of that, do they have some kind of educational video platform where a guy with a dumb grin does his best to tell dad jokes and help you? Support needs to be evaluated like everything else. So that's the list. I strongly believe that a vendor evaluation needs to be taken seriously and that you really need to think about your requirements before diving in and even potentially purchasing a vendor just because everybody knows them. There might certainly be better options on the table that you're simply not digging into because you haven't thought about all your requirements. Now, if you do want to learn a little bit more about how Dundas BI answers these questions specifically, I'd recommend checking out a video called What Makes Dundas BI Unique? And there's another one, APIs, the unsung legends of Dundas BI. Both are great to get a quick understanding of how Dundas BI fits into this chaotic market. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.